Alright, so there's a minhag on Rosh Chodesh that women do not do laborious acts. It's a minhag. And this minhag comes all the way from the time in Mount Sinai, when Kadosh Baruch Hu and Moshe Rabbeinu was there for 40 days and 40 nights. And Am Yisrael were convinced by the Erev Rav, those other people that were attached to them when they left Mitzrayim, to build and consecrate a golden calf. And the men went ahead and did that. The woman refused to do that. And Kadosh Baruch Hu said, listen, I wanted to give the Jewish people 3 major holidays, Shalosh Regalim, corresponding to Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. I also wanted to give them 12 other holidays, which were the Rosh Chodesh, corresponding to the 12 tribes. So you have Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. But I was going to give you guys another 12 whole holidays, for all the 12 tribes. But when they sinned at the foot of the mountain, they lost the opportunity for those holidays. And those holidays were taken away from us because we sinned. But who did not sin? The woman. The woman refused to give from their gold to the golden calf, and they said no. So therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, it's not a holiday, but I'm seeing those that didn't sin, all the women. Nashim tzadkaniyot, they did not sin, and therefore for them it's going to be somewhat of a special day for them, that they should not do melacha. By the way, Rosh Chodesh is a very important time. You know that we're not allowed to fast on Rosh Chodesh. A person tells you, I have a fasting schedule, my doctor's putting me on a diet, I fast once or twice a week. It falls on Rosh Chodesh, you can't fast on that day. We're not allowed to fast on Rosh Chodesh, even men. So, you're not allowed to fast because it's a special day, but for women it's even higher. Why? Because they didn't participate in the sin of golden calf. Now, I just want to take us back there for 1 second. You know how much pressure we had? You know how much stress there was on people to participate in the golden calf? Can you imagine millions of people all going in a frenzy, going absolutely crazy for the golden calf? Nobody would even imagine not to participate. It was dangerous also. People were getting killed for not participating. And the woman said, I'll give my life for it. I'm not part of it. And until today, we remember that women weren't part of that Avera. And the men, do you think that the men, when they gave the gold to the golden calf, do you think that we would be talking about them today? What a busha, what an embarrassment. You went and you built an idol at the foot of the mountain. We could have been living forever. We were in the state of Adam HaRishon in the Garden of Eden because of you. For a little moment of pleasure, you lost it all for you and for us. Chaval, look at us now. Just because of you. If they would have known that, would they have participated? Chaz v'shalom. Says Rabbi Yoram Bergel, in an extension from the Ben Ishchai to Rabbi Bergel, he says, "B'derech she'adam rotzeh lelech molichim oto." A person wants to go the way that you want to go. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help you. He says, "Me'at or docheh harbe min hachoshech." If you have a dark room and you strike a match or you have a candle, the choshech, the darkness, sees a little bit of light. You know what it does? It runs away. The darkness runs away. When you decide to go with holiness, when you decide to go with Hashem, you have one little choice. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to do all these things. In your mind, I'm going to say no, I'm going to turn away. And by the way, the challenge goes away after a minute. Maximum 5 minutes. You don't want the donut anymore. You don't want to go there anymore. You don't want to be there anymore. It's just like a surge. It's fake. And if you say, I don't want that, that's a light of Kedusha, and that takes away all the darkness. And that, by the way, happened with Yosef HaTzadik. When he was with the wife of Potiphar, sages say, actually that morning, Vayavo abayta la'asot melachto, he intended to do an Avera. But then because his heart really was with Hashem, suddenly he saw Dmudi Ukno Shel Aviv, he saw his father's image like he saw it over there. And it stopped him. Because Hashem knew that his heart wants holiness, and that little bit of light pushed away the darkness. And so also for us, Rosh Chodesh, a little bit of light reminds us, the Nashim Tzadkaniyot, and also ourselves, that it stays for generations on and on and on. That little bit of light of holiness will push away all negativity, all darkness, all of it for us and all of Am Yisrael. Amen.